हेलो एंड वेलकम टू स्टोरी अंडरलाइन। आज हम बात करेंगे एडवेंट ऑफ यूरोपियंस इन इंडिया की। शुरू करेंगे पोर्टुगीज से। सो द क्वेस्ट एंड डिस्कवरी ऑफ सी रूट। Portuguese were first to come and last to leave. Their main aim was to monopolize the profitable eastern trade by excluding competitors, especially Arab. बात ये थी कि इंडिया और यूरोप के बीच में देयर वर अरब मुस्लिम इंटरमीडियरी which wholly affected demand and access to Indian commodities as direct contact between India and Europe declined. 15th century Europe experienced spirit of Renaissance with Prince Henry of Portugal, who is also known as Navigator, was obsessed for finding ocean route to India to fight Islamic influence and spread Christian faith. Treaty of Tordesillas 1494 divided non-Christian world by imaginary line in Atlantic. Portugal got east of the line and Spain got the west. Vasco da Gama during 1498 landed at Calicut, which was ruled by Zamorin, and later exposed the importance of direct access to pepper trade. Pedro Alvarez Cabral in September 1500 landed at Calicut, establishing a factory to trade for spices. Second time Gama, during 1501, established a fort at Cochin during 1503 and later at Cananor during 1505. Francisco de Almeida, 1505, his vision was to make Portuguese masters of Indian Ocean. He introduced blue water policy known as Cartes system, and in 1507 he was defeated by combined forces of Egyptian and Gujarat navies. They also killed his son, which he later avenged in 1509. Alfonso de Albuquerque, who is considered the real founder, his aim was securing strategic control of Indian Ocean by establishing bases overlooking all the entrances to the sea. He introduced permit system for other ships too. During 1510, he acquired Goa from Sultan of Bijapur. They established themselves as village landlords. Alfonso de Albuquerque abolished sati and also encouraged Portuguese to take local wives. They also introduced two new crops, that is, tobacco and cashew nuts. Kuch developmental works like irrigation works were done, and they also settled as artisans and craftsmen. Nino de Cunha, November 1529, shifted headquarters from Cochin to Goa. He attempted to increase influence in Bengal with Hooghly as headquarters. They also used Hooghly as base for piracy in BOB, Bay of Bengal. 1580 में Akbar asked for two priests from the authority of Goa, that is Rodolfo and Antonio. 1606, Jahangir, also known as Prince Salim, renewed favor to Christian missionaries and hence 20 baptism carried out in Agra. 1608 में Captain William Hawkins and his ship Hector reached Surat from England. Captain Hawkins knew Turkey well, and pleased with him, Jahangir appointed him as Mansabdar of 400, also married to daughter of Armenian Christian named Mubarak Shah. All this offended Portuguese, and Portuguese act of piracy resulted in conflict with imperial Mughal government. 1612, Battle of Swale, fought at Surat, where English ship Dragon under Captain Best and his little ship Osiander fought Portuguese. During the reign of Shah Jahan, advantages enjoyed by Portuguese in Mughal court were lost forever. Portuguese settled at Sadgaon, that is Bengal, to carry out trade. They monopolized manufacturing of salt custom houses and also started enforcing duty on tobacco. They made money through trade and also started slave trade. 1632 में Shah Jahan ordered Bengal Governor Qasim Khan to take action against the Portuguese. Favorable conditions divided northern part, no native naval strength, Deccan Bahmani kingdom was breaking up, and also the unity of Portuguese. बात करते हैं religious policy की. So their main aim was to promote Christianity. persecute all Muslims. They were initially tolerant towards Hindus, which they later persecuted. Administration was carried out by a viceroy with secretary for 3 years. Vedo de Fazenda, who was responsible for revenues, cargoes, and dispatch of fleets. बात करें डिक्लाइन की, so 18th century they lost commercial influence. Local advantages were lost with rise of powerful dynasties in Egypt, Persia, and North India. Rise of turbulent Marathas as neighbors hampered their growth as well. Religious policies like activities of Jesuits gave rise to political fears. Their dishonest trade practices, therefore, they were also called sea pirates. Discovery of Brazil diverted colonizing activities to the west. Fall of Vijayanagara Empire, Goa lost its importance. Spice trade came under the Dutch. Also, the monopoly of knowledge of sea route to India could not remain secret forever. बात करें significance की, so the period saw emergence of naval power and also emergence of European era. Military innovations were witnessed, like cannons placed on their ships, their multi-decked ships, use of castle prow and stern. System of pilots and mapping was introduced. Art of silversmiths and goldsmiths flourished in Goa. 1961, Portuguese lose their final colonial outpost of Goa when Indian Army launches a military operation to liberate it. सो हमने देखा एडवेंट ऑफ यूरोपियंस इन इंडिया, जिसमें हमने पोर्चुगीज कवर किया. सी यू इन द नेक्स्ट. तब तक के लिए ऑल द बेस्ट. थैंक यू.